Hey, it's Myesha here with Fresh RX and the representative of Vegan Munchies. If you need more info about recipes or anything, be sure and follow us on Facebook, Fresh RX and Vegan Munchies. Today we're going to make a plant-based chickenless salad sandwich. No, not even a sandwich. It's a salad, but you can use it as a sandwich. You can put it on romaine leaves and make tacos. Very versatile. But it's like a chicken salad mimic. So we have all our ingredients here. We're going to start with our canned hearts of palm. You can find these at any local grocery store. I like Walmart because they're the cheapest. So I get them from Walmart. You can also use these as a fish mimic and all kind of things. They're very versatile. So now we have our rinsed hearts of palm. We've taken those out the can. Be sure and rinse those and clear them out. Sometimes they have like little slime on them. You can kind of still see it a little bit, but they're safe. Just rinse them off. Anything that comes out of a can, rinse it off. So it should be natural. So we're going to start off with chopping up our vegetables and ingredients again. We'll start with the hearts of palm. Again, you can cut them to your size liking. I like to chop them, give them a little more shredded chickeny vibe. So not only are you getting the lion's mane mushroom as a chicken mimic, you get the hearts of palm too. So I just start by cutting. Oh, that one was tough. This one. I'm not going to use that one. That one's kind of tough. And then just chop. The firm ones I would take out, considering we're not going to cook them. We're using them raw. And these are very versatile. You can cook or make them raw, but the hard ones are going to throw your chicken salad off. So I'll take the little hard pieces out. There's another one. Set that to the side. So now that we got our hearts of palm cut, we'll start with our onions. These are better, smaller, so I recommend cutting them small as you can. And the amount won't mess up the dish, so it's all about how much you like. I love onions, so I tend to put quite a bit in any meal that I'm making. All right, got those cut. Let's start with the parsley. And you can use curly or this one. I like the curly one, but it'll still give you the same taste just for presentation wise. I like the curly parsley a lot better. But this will do. So we'll cut a little bit of parsley, set that to the side. This you want to go as small as you can, just because you'll have the romaine lettuce in there as well. So we don't want to get those confused. Give each ingredient its little special space to shine. Is how I see it. All right, we're gonna set that to the side. Gonna cut our dill. Now with this dish, you can use the seasoning dill, but it doesn't give you that same taste. I like the fresh dill better. It really gives you an opportunity to taste that fresh dill and get a good taste for it. Okay. Right. Have our dill cut. All of our herbs. I set those to the side. God, I love the smell of dill. It just smells so good. And then we are using seeded grapes. So we have to get those seeds out of there so nobody chokes or gets caught in their teeth. So I tend to cut down the middle and then pop those seeds out. You could just set those to the side. Like I said, use your seeds, utilize them, try to store them. Then you can regrow all this stuff. It's really cost effective. So we're just going to cut those really small. You can go smaller. It just depends on your preference. I'm going to dig all those seeds out. Okay, got our grapes chopped. Next thing is cooking our chicken or chickenless, our lion's mane mushroom. So we're going to saute this for a little bit, but I cut it in small little chunks so it can give you that chicken vibe. So I say about roughly about this size. Don't want them too big, unless you like big chunks of chickenless or chicken in your chicken salad. So we're gonna go a little small. All right, we got everything chopped and prepped. Chicken's ready to go in the salad. In the skillet to be sauteed. So that's the next step. You can saute the hearts of palm too. I just don't. I like them fresh, so they'll go in there raw. But when I saute these, I actually use avocado oil and a plant-based butter. It just gives it more flavor. So we're going to start off with about a tablespoon, depending on how much chicken you got. Now, if you got a little bit more than me, you'll probably need two tablespoons. But we're going to start off with a tablespoon. And then we'll let that melt. And as it's melting and cooking down, I like to add the seasonings. I do red pepper, not for the spice, but for the health reasons. So it's not going to be too spicy. But if you want your spicy, hey, have it your way. You can do as much as you like. We're going to use some thyme. And most of the herbs that I use are just for health benefits and flavor, of course, because herbs bring a lot of dishes to life. We got some oregano. Little oregano. I'm going to do just a little bit of clove because it is very strong as a spice. So we'll do a little bit of that. And then sea salt. All right. As we let the butter melt down and those herbs get in the butter, we'll add just a little bit of avocado oil. Doesn't have to be a lot because you're not like frying them. You just want them sauteed a little bit. All right. So maybe half a teaspoon maybe of the avocado. And then we're just going to let that cook and marinate a little bit before we add the lion's mane, our chicken. Okay, so it's starting to boil a bit. We're going to add in the lion's mane. Okay. Roughly about maybe a minute and a half once the heat gets going. The lion's mane you have to be very careful with because if you overcook, they turn into rubber and they're not good. I don't care how much sauce and flavoring you put on them, a rubbery mushroom is just not good. Those lion's mane are cooking. Now we can start to put our ingredients in a bowl. And it doesn't have a particular order, so we're just going to throw it all in there. Alright, so there is most of our ingredients. We have the romaine lettuce. I actually chopped some and put it in there. And then I use the romaine spears as like a taco or just a little snack. So we're not going to add the romaine until the chicken gets done, just so you can see how much to add. You don't have to do a lot, but if you like it a lot like me, you can add a lot. All right, we got the heat heating up, so those mushrooms are cooking pretty quick. They're starting to get their little color. And as you can see, they're starting to turn, and it looks like chicken in there. If you kind of feel them, because the lion's manes are they hold a lot of moisture. So that first part is cooking out all that moisture. And then you get your chicken texture after a while. So we'll let those cook. So we're going to use these three for the romaine tacos, the chicken salad romaine tacos. These are the best because they got that little curve and that groove in there, so we can feel them really good. So I'm going to set these to the side, and then we're going to chop some of the romaine for the actual salad to go inside. Starting to look like little chicken pieces. So we'll give this about a few more seconds so we don't overdo it with the lion's mane. As I'm feeling, they're really tender and soft, so there. About there. Give them a few more seconds. If you want them brown, some people like their chicken brown to where you can see it with that little slight brown color. Just turn your heat up a little bit and cook them quickly and then get them out that heat. So I'm going to chop up a little bit of romaine. And I like the crunchy pieces at the end because it gives it a little crunch, a little extra texture. All right. Then we're going to put that in our big bowl of ingredients. I think these are about done. It's always best to keep moving those lion's manes around so they can cook evenly on all sides and brown on all sides. I tend to just let them sit in the pot. If you see me pushing, you see the tenderness and the moisture has left. So this is your perfect consistency for the lion's mane. Like I said, if you want them a little browner or even with a little crunch. Some people like their chicken with a little crunch. Just turn that fire up a little more. Cook them quick, but they're about ready to come out. If you throw them in there right now, it's gonna warm all of that, and then you have to put it in the refrigerator, and it's just too much work. All right, our lion's mane and hearts of palm have cooled, so I'm just gonna throw that on the top of there. Get all those good juices and herbs that are stuck to the pot. And today we're actually going to use Hellman's plant-based mayo. This was the healthiest in the store. In the near future, we will have another recipe for fresh mayo. And I'll be showing you how to make your own mayo. Because it's always better if you make things at home. Then you know what's in it. We'll start off with a half a cup. Just to be safe. Nope. Looking at it, let's go with a cup. Just to make sure. So I'm going to squeeze that bad boy in here. And this does come in the regular jar. So this is a squeeze one, but they do have a regular jar that you can scoop out of. I tend to get both sometimes depending on what I'm making. So we're going to go with about a cup. And then the squeeze, it'll work good because let's say we use a cup and that's not enough. Some people like their chicken salads creamier, more juicier. So then you can just kind of add by taste, by, visual. So we're going to start off with a cup. Throw all that in there. Scrape and get all that goodness out. Yeah. And then we're going to go with our seasonings. We're going to do a little thyme, sea salt, and oregano. And then we also need agave. Agave is a sugar replacer. It's all natural, a lot more healthier for you. And you can't overdo it. So I say go by taste. I do a little bit and then I'll taste and then just add as I go. Some people like a tangy taste in their chicken salad sandwich. Some people like a more sweet taste. But we're going to put a little tang with it because we have some lemon juice. Or lime juice, rather. Key limes are a lot better as far as taste and very pungent. So they'll give you that little feeling in your throat. So we're going to do a little bit of lime juice. I say maybe 3 of those. Just little turns. And then we're going to do a little bit of agave. Yep, that should be about enough. Now we're going to add our seasonings. A little sea salt to bring it all together. A little thyme for health to give it an extra taste. And like I said, if you want it a little spicy, you can use the red pepper flakes. I've already used them with the chicken, so I don't want to overdo it. But I have my spicy days too, so I'll either add cayenne or red pepper flakes or even Scotch bonnet sometimes. I wouldn't recommend a lot of that though. That is spicy, but it tastes great. So now we're going to mix all our ingredients together. Right. Make sure my onions are all falling apart. All right. Now for the taste test to see if there's too much of something or not enough of something. I want a piece of lion's mane so you can make sure everything turned out perfect. I have an onion, lion's mane, heart to palm, pretty much all the ingredients. I like it like it is. It did get warm, so I didn't let the lion's mane cool down though. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator so it can cool. We just pulled our chicken salad out the refrigerator. It has cooled and it's to that cold consistency, looking pretty lovely. So I'm gonna show you and tell you a few dishes you can do with it. Of course, you can simply eat it by itself or with gluten-free or plant-based crackers or whatever your choice is. And then we have our romaine leaves. And I like to thicken those bad boys up. And then I like extra fruit, so sometimes I'll top it with maybe some cut up mangoes with the walnuts or just different kind of fruits. But it just elevates that chicken salad flavor and gives it a little more tang. And there you have it. Chicken salad.